So, if I just show you my setup, just sort of as I showed last night against this oak tree here, and then the hazel over here. Now, because hazel's quite bendy, what I like to do is tie my ridgeline for my tarp onto one of them, and my hammock onto the other. Because what happens is when I get into my hammock, this will move a little bit, and if my tarp's attached to that as well, then my tarp just sags right down, and then, you know, that's not ideal really. But yeah, this is kind of like my typical setup really. Really comfortable, slept really well. So my fire, this is what's left of it now. So the first thing to do is just to make sure it's cooled down enough, basically. I'm just kind of scattering around the ashes. Still a bit of heat in that, so I might just leave that exposed for a while. It's not smoky or anything, it just feels, you know, it feels a bit warm. So yeah, I might just leave it for a bit. I might pack down my hammock and tarp, and then come deal with the fire afterwards. The ridgeline. Everything's quick release, so there's nothing that's that fiddly to untie in the mornings, which is great. So I've got all my gear, everything's packed up now. This is where my setup used to be. It's not really any sign that I've been there, really. So now the only thing left to do is to sort out my fire. Alright, I think I feel pretty pleased about that. So as I leave now, I'm kind of confident that even if someone was to walk through here, you know, 5 minutes from now, they wouldn't really know that anyone's been there. And that's just the way I like it, really. Back to the car now. It's just one of the things I love doing. It's just wandering through the forest, especially when I'm going back to the car in the morning. I love just naming all the trees. This is hazel, which is Corylus Avellana. Over here, my favourite tree, common beech, which is Fagus Sylvatica. Right here, we have an oak. Yeah, it looks like English oak, which is Quercus Rubra. Do you know, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the Latin right, so if anyone knows better, let me know. This one is Norway maple, which is Acer Platanoids. Here we have cherry. Really nice, massive cherry here. This is Prunus Avium, wild cherry. Yeah, that's everything around here. Oh, no, it's not. Here we have HAWTHORN, which is Crataegus Monogyna. And I think that's it now. Oh, no. There's always more. So over here I can see what I think is spruce. As soon as I see the bark. Yeah, that's spruce. This is your typical Christmas tree. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure whether that one's Sitka spruce or Norway spruce. I feel like it's Sitka spruce, which is Picea Sitchensis, but I don't know, to be honest. If there are any tree experts out there, perhaps you can let me know what you think that one is. What else? And here we have also one of my favourites. It looks like a bit of a sad example. That is ash. European ash, which is Fraxius Excelsior. And rather than just being like a completely geeky thing to do, for me it's actually really important because I sleep out in the woods almost every night. And like this wood, for example, this is the first time I've ever been here, and often it's a new place every night, so I'm going to an unfamiliar place. But just doing the simple thing of learning the trees and learning them by name as well, it makes unfamiliar places really familiar. So though I've never been to this specific woodland before, I'm really familiar with oak and ash and beech and hawthorn and maple and, you know, all those trees. You know, instantly just makes you feel, or makes me feel at home. Hello. This is a horse chestnut, which is Aesculus Hippocastanum. In May, these trees are just my favourite. They're my favourite trees in May, I think, because the leaves are huge and they're vivid green, and they have the flowers like these candlestick flowers, which are really obvious. And then here, I think this is ROWAN, which is Sorbs Aucuparia. It's also called mountain ash. Oh wow. And then this is, so we saw English oak before. This is red oak, but they have like often really massive oak-shaped leaves, but with points rather than lobes. Pointed lobes, I should say. Quercus Rubra. What was I saying? Yeah, just being able to recognise them is actually a really important thing to me. You know, because the concept of home is a bit more abstract for me. It's not tied to a specific place. All these trees feel like home to me. They're like familiar. They're like friendly, familiar faces wherever I go. Ah, here we have another maple. This time it's sycamore. This is Acer Pseudoplatanus. Ah, another one. So many different trees. Now that I've started, I'm like, I must show them all. Alright, this is small-leaved lime, which is Tilia Cordata. I really love getting to know trees, you know, because before I would see a tree and I'd be like, oh, that's just a tree, you know. I could probably say whether it is a conifer or if it was a deciduous tree. But as soon as you sort of delve into the world of trees, for example, there's like a whole universe of diversity and variation, and so it's amazing. So now there's this whole world of trees which I'm fascinated by and I love, I'm really passionate about, which before was just tree. So something that was just one thing, tree, is now a million things. It's like a universe of things, which are all the different variations. So thanks for watching. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, see you next time.